Welcome back to Autocar India Quick News, the weekly show that brings you all the latest updates from the automotive industry. Before we continue, do please remember to subscribe to the Autocar India channel and do make sure to leave the notifications on so you won't miss out on any of our newest uploads. We begin this week's news with BMW. The German brand has launched the 7th generation M5 in India with prices starting from 1.99 crore rupees ex-showroom. Unlike its chief rival, the Mercedes-AMG C63, the M5 continues with the 4.4-litre twin-turbo V8 engine, which is now paired to an electric motor in the 8-speed automatic transmission like the BMW XM SUV. The engine produces 585 horsepower and 750 Nm, with an additional 199 horsepower and 280 Nm from the electric motor, resulting in a total system output of 727 horsepower and 1000 Nm of torque. BMW claims that the performance sedan can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.5 seconds. Top speed is limited to 250 km per hour, but it can be extended to 305 km per hour with the additional M-Drivers package. It comes fitted with adaptive suspension and rear-wheel steering as standard. Furthermore, its 18.6 kWh battery pack gets an electric-only range of 69 km as per the WLTP cycle.
When it comes to styling, the M5 gets a more aggressive design thanks to sculpted bumpers and flared wheel arches.
At the front, it gets a gloss black grille with the M5 logo in the center, sharply chiseled front bumpers with large air intakes, and a more pronounced central air dam, which is surrounded by more gloss black trim. Unlike the standard 5 Series, which is sold in India only in long wheelbase guise, the M5 is offered with a standard wheelbase. The interior is almost identical to the standard 5 Series and features the brand's curved infotainment display, which comprises of a 14.9-inch touchscreen and a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster.
However, being an M-Series model, it gets a flat-bottom M-specific steering wheel, M-specific ambient lighting, and M-spec seats with illuminated M5 logos.
The center console also features some revised switchgear, such as a revised gear lever and a few additional buttons to better suit the needs of the performance sedan. Volvo India has rebranded the XC40 Recharge as the EX40 and has launched the electric SUV for 56.1 lakh rupees ex-showroom. The new nomenclature was introduced globally back in February this year as an attempt to bring the SUV in line with its electric siblings such as the EX30 and the EX90.
The EX40 is only available in rear-wheel drive form for now and is powered by a 69 kWh battery pack that produces 238 horsepower and 420 Nm of torque.
The electric SUV gets a claimed range of 475 km on a full charge.
According to Volvo's website, the XC40 Recharge continues to be listed on sale with offers up to 5.05 lakh rupees.
Volvo's coupe SUV, the C40 Recharge, is also expected to be rebranded soon as the EC40. The Hyundai Venue has achieved a new milestone after crossing 6 lakh units in sales. The sub-4-meter SUV has achieved this feat after just 5.5 years of being on sale. As a fun and practical sub-4-meter SUV, the Venue was quick to grab customers' attention. Offered in 26 variants, 3 powertrains, 3 gearbox options, and even an N-line variant, the Venue proved to be a top contender for customers looking for an SUV between the range of 7 and 14 lakh rupees. The Korean brand is slated to launch the next generation Venue by the second half of 2025. The update is expected to bring the Venue styling more in line with its bigger siblings, the Creta and the Alcazar.
Hyundai isn't the only brand celebrating a milestone this week. The popular Mahindra Thar SUV has crossed 2 lakh units in sales by October this year.
The second generation Thar, unlike its predecessor, is not just a capable off-roader, but is also quite usable as a daily driver in an urban setting. With the launch of the 5-door Thar ROXX, Mahindra managed to further increase the appeal of the SUV. As per SIAM data, Mahindra dispatched 8,843 Thar SUVs in September this year, of which 3,911 were 3-door and 4,932 were the 5-door Thar ROXX. This marks the highest monthly dispatch for the Thar brand since its launch in 2020.
Skoda India's brand director, Peter Yaneba, has revealed that the brand, along with Volkswagen, are planning to update their India 2.0 models with an ASIN-sourced 8-speed torque converter automatic gearbox.
The challenge at the moment is that the volumes are too low for ASIN to locally manufacture the unit. The brand has stated that they are inviting other manufacturers to join in to help make a business case for local production of the new 8-speed unit. The India 2.0 models from both brands are due for a mid-cycle update in 2025. However, the chances of the new gearbox making it to the updated models are pretty slim. In fact, the new gearbox is expected to debut in 2026, about 6 to 8 months after the update. The new gearbox will play a crucial role in helping Skoda-Volkswagen India 2.0 models meet the upcoming CAFE 3 norms in India, which will come into effect in 2025.
British brand Jaguar is going through a transition phase as they are reinventing themselves as an EV-only brand. As part of building a new identity, the company has revealed a new logo. The brand has ditched the leaping Jaguar symbol and the all-caps Jaguar lettering for a simple logo with a mixture of capital and small letters that reads the word Jaguar. The new font has also paved way for the new artist mark, which is an ambigram, meaning that thanks to the new font, the J and R look similar, making them appear straight even when it's turned upside down. Furthermore, the brand has also revealed their new maker's mark, which consists of straight horizontal lines breaking in the center for the iconic leaping cat symbol. At the upcoming Miami Art Week, Jaguar will showcase their new concept car, which will serve as a vision for the brand's upcoming electric cars. What's more interesting is that a new electric Jaguar 4-door GT has been spotted testing on public roads just last week. The electric 4-door GT will likely be headed to our shows as early as next year. The ever-growing two-wheeler industry of India has now gained two new foreign brands. The first on the list is the Austrian brand Brixton Motorcycles. Owned by the KSR Group in Austria, Brixton Motorcycles is a relatively new brand in the two-wheeler space. To enter the Indian market, Brixton joined hands with KW Veloz Motors Private Limited and have set up a manufacturing facility in Kolhapur. To mark their debut in India, Brixton Motorcycles have launched 4 new high-capacity bikes at competitive prices. Starting the list with the most affordable Brixton, the Crossfire 500X. With an ex-showroom price of 4.74 lakh rupees, the 500X is a roadster bike that is powered by a 486cc liquid-cooled twin-cylinder engine. It gets a new retro styling and rides on 17-inch wide-spoke rims that support tubeless tires. The 500X also comes with all-LED lighting, J1 brakes, and adjustable KYB suspension. The next model on the list is the Crossfire 500XE, which has been launched for an ex-showroom price of 5.19 lakh rupees. The 500XE is a scrambler bike that's based on the same platform as the 500X. The XE gets a slightly different front-end styling and rides on 19-inch wheels. The bike is also taller, with a seat height that stands at 839mm. Now to the big bikes. Brixton Motorcycles have launched the Cromwell 1200 for 7.84 lakh rupees ex-showroom. This new retro bike finds itself in competition with the Triumph Bodywood T120, which is priced at 11.09 lakh rupees ex-showroom. This makes the Cromwell 1200 the most affordable twin-cylinder bike with cruise control in India. The Cromwell 1200 comes with features such as all-LED lighting, 2 riding modes, traction control, and cruise control. It also uses a TFT display and an anti-theft system. While the smaller Brixtons come with tubeless tires, the Cromwell 1200 rides on 18 or 17-inch spoked rims shod with tube tires. The Cromwell 1200 is powered by a liquid-cooled 1222cc twin-cylinder engine, producing 83 horsepower and 108 Nm of torque. And finally, at the top of Brixton's India portfolio sits the Cromwell 1200X Scrambler that comes with a price tag of 9.11 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Though both the Cromwell 1200 and the 1200X are essentially the same bike, the 1200X additionally gets off-road style block pattern tires, a small fly screen, brown seats, a headlight grille, and different colors. Our detailed first ride videos of each of these bikes will be up soon, so make sure that you stay tuned to the Autocar India channel. The next new player in the Indian two-wheeler market is the brand VLF or Velocifero. Though the brand has an Italian identity, their scooters are manufactured in China. The brand has launched its first product in India, the Tennis e-scooter for 1.3 lakh rupees ex-showroom. The Tennis electric scooter comes with a 1500-watt hub motor and is powered by a 2.5 kWh battery pack. VLF claims that the scooter is capable of 130 km of range and can hit a top speed of 65 km per hour. With a 720-watt charger provided with the scooter, VLF claims that the Tennis can be fully charged in 3 hours. Elsewhere, the electric scooter is rather basic. It rides on 12-inch wheels at both ends, gets telescopic fork in the front and motor shock suspension at the rear. The Tennis claims 140mm of ground clearance and the seat height stands at a reasonable 780mm. TVS has launched a range-topping variant of the Apache RTR 164V for 1.4 lakh rupees ex-showroom. With this new variant, TVS is catching up with the competition by now offering the sporty commuter bike with a golden USB fork. The new variant is also equipped with dual-channel ABS. Apart from that, the bike remains unchanged. The RTR 160 continues to be powered by a 159.7cc aero-oil-cooled single-cylinder motor, making 17.55 horsepower and 14.73 Nm of torque.
Moving on to the final launch of this week. Royal Enfield has launched the Goan Classic 350 with prices starting at 2.35 lakh rupees. Though the Goan Classic is based on the same platform as the Classic 350 and the Bullet 350, it is designed to be a bobber-style motorcycle. The bike features a lower stance, forward-set foot pegs, and a taller Mini 8-hanger handlebar. The Goan Classic comes with wire-spoke 16-inch wheels at the rear and 19-inch wheels at the front. There are a couple of unique features here. First, the spoke rims support tubeless tires, which is a first for its segment. And secondly, the Goan Classic comes with white wall tires. Royal Enfield is offering the Goan Classic in 4 color schemes. The bobber is powered by the familiar 349cc motor, producing 20.2 horsepower and 27 Nm of torque. Ben Shaw's first ride video of the Goan Classic is live now, so you can watch it for a more in-depth review. And with that, we wrap up this week's quick news. Thank you all for joining and see you all next week.